Hello and welcome to SudoKanard. This video is the last in the cycle of round 2 of WPS Sudoku Grand Prix 2021, and it's been a very nice ride with those puzzles designed by Czech and Slovakian authors. The author for this last puzzle is Jakub Hrazdira. The title is Number 5 is Alive, and it's basically Kiro Sudoku, meaning that in every one of those cages, the digits must be all different, with the twist that the sum is not given, but we know that it ends with a 5. So it's 5, 15, 25, 35, or 45. But 45 won't happen in this puzzle, as there is no 9-cell cage. And it was worth 64 points, which was on the high end of this round. During the contest, I solved it in like 10 minutes, which is okay, I'd say. And so let's get into it. So that's a 5. That's the only way a 1-cell cage has a sum ending with 5. Something else we can see is that this ends with 5, this ends with 5, so the sum ends with 0. And we know the sum of all 9 digits is 45, so that's a 5. Here we need the 7 to complete to 15, sorry. That's 10. Plus that, it ends with a 5, plus that, it ends with a 0, so that's a 5 again. This has a sum of 10 or 20, plus that, the sum ends with a 5, so the sum here is 10. Ends with 0, so it's 10, and this is a 5 again. Those two digits have a sum of 10 without using 1 or 8. It has to be 3, 7 or 4, 6. And I don't think I can choose which is which. Let's do some Sudoku with those 5s. There must be a 5 somewhere here, but this would be in the same cage, so that's a 5. 13, so the sum here it ends with a 2, it's not 2, it's 12 without using 8 and 5, that has to be 3 and 9, and there's a 9 in this column. So 3 is not here, so the sum is 4 and 6, and that's 1, 2, 7, triple. The sum here must be 15. So the sum of the two missing digits is 6 without using 5, that's 2 and 4. So 2 is not here. On this row, 2 has to go there. Here we get 1 and 6, and the missing digit is 8. 6 here, the sum here must end with 9. So it must be 9 without using those digits. It's either 1, 8 or 3, 6. But some digits are here, so that's not a 3, that's not a 6, that's not 8, that's not 1. 9 has to be somewhere here. There must be a 7 somewhere, and the other two digits are the ones that are missing here. What next could we look? So 2 cells, the sum must be either 5 or 15. Alright, but with 2 here, it won't be 2 plus 3. With 4 here, it won't be 1 plus 4. And with 1 here, it won't be 1 plus 4. So they are both 15 cages, which means they globally use 6, 7, 8, and 9. We get a 5 here. There's a 2 down there. That's 1 or 3. That's 3 or 4. And actually 4 can only be here, so this is 1 or 3. That's 6. The remaining 2 digits must have a sum of 9. But 3 would put a 6 here, so that's a 1. That's a 3. 3 plus 4, that's 7. We need another 8 without using Two ways of doing that without using 3, 6 plus 2 or 7 plus 1. So this is 1 or 2, this is 6 or 7. And actually, on this row, we need to place 1 somewhere. It's not here, so 1 is here. That's 7. So there's no 7 here. And this is disambiguated. We get 2 and 8 here, but there's an 8 there. No 2 here, so that's a 2. That's 4, that's 2. Oh, this 4 makes this a 6, this a 4. Not seeing anything useful here. Oh, but this now, that's 7, so this is 8. This column still needs 2, 5, and 9. I don't see anything more to say. This can only be 1, 7, 8. I don't feel like trying all options to see what goes in here. That's probably not useful at this point. Oh, this cell is restricted. It can only be 3 or 7. Oh, here we have 10. This can't be 5. All low digits are already used, so the sum must be 15 without using 8, but has to be 6 and 9. 3, 7, and 4. So this is 3 or 4. This is 4 or 7. Now, that's 14, so that's 15. And that is 15 as well. It won't be 25. So it means that this digit is the same as this one, and that's not a 4, so that's a 7. I like that. Those geometric arguments are very nice. So here we have 1 and 4, that makes 5. And, well, the special rule was not needed here. 16, so this must have a sum of 9 with the remaining digits. That has to be 3 and 6. And that's a 5. That's 2 and 8, which makes 15. That's correct. Something can be done here. So that's not a 9. That's 2, 5, and 3. I feel that something similar as what I did here should be happening there. This is 6 and 9. That resolves the 1, 6 pair up there. Yes, that works. That's 15. Here we have 25. So this ends with a 5, and this ends with a 5 as well. So the difference between this and that ends with a 0, so it must be the same digit. And that's not a 5, so that's a 2. So that's not a 2. There's a 5 here, so that's a 9, that's a 5. Here we have 1 and 7, and here 3, 8, and 4. Well, now should be the right time to study the options. That's 11. The remaining 2 cells must have a sum ending with 4. And it looks like 1 plus 3 is the only way. Yes, none of them could work for a sum of 14. So that's a 1, that's a 3. And now in this box, 1 can only be here. 7, so that's 8 to complete to 15. this one makes this a 7, this a 1. Here we need this a 9 and a 6. Here, that's a 3 and a 7. 6, 9 pair here. So that's a 2 and a 7 here. This 9 does not appear here, so the only position in the column is here. So what do we have? 6 and 8. So that's 8, that's 6, and this 8 resolves the 2, 8 pair. Sorry, that's a 2. 1 and 7. 4 and 1. That's 4, that's 8. And the last digits should be 4, 9, and 3. That's it. Right, so once again, a very well constructed puzzle. Of course, you need to enjoy those kind of mathematical variants of Sudoku. That's my case. I happen to like those smaller arithmetical ways of reasoning, and there's some kind of geometry as well. So that's quite a weird variations on Kira Sudoku, a weird variation on Kira Sudoku, but it was fun. The whole process was really, really fun. So thanks to the team of authors from Czech Republic and Slovakia, and see you pretty soon on SudoKanard.